The Chiefs are 2-0 for the 7th time under Andy Reid, and now with wins over the Ravens and the Bengals in the rear view, they'll hit the road for the first time this year to take on the Falcons in primetime. There's a lot to talk about with this game, but for me, it all starts with Falcons running back Bijan Robinson, the number 8 overall pick in the draft a couple years ago, and right now he's playing like it. He's averaging more than 5 yards per carry through a couple games, and last week, specifically on Monday Night Football against the Eagles, he was averaging more than 7 yards per carry, and he broke off 4 runs of double-digit yardage. Now, for what it's worth, the Chiefs' defense has been very good against opposing running backs so far this season. They've held opposing tailbacks to an average of just 3.8 yards per carry, and they'll need a similar effort here on Sunday against Bijan. And that running game and its importance to Atlanta's offense is further amplified by the fact that Kirk Cousins is their starting quarterback, because no quarterback likes the play-action passing game and that element of an offense more than Cousins, and the numbers back that up. From 2022 through the first 8 games of 2023 before he got hurt, he threw 17 touchdowns off play action, among the most of any quarterback in the NFL. Without play action in that span, he threw 15 of his 19 interceptions. And back in 2022 specifically, his last full season as a healthy starter, Kirk had the second most play-action dropbacks of any quarterback in the NFL. Now, it's a new offense in Atlanta. I get it's not exactly what he ran in Minnesota, and ironically enough, they haven't run much play-action at all to this point. They're at the 3rd lowest rate in the NFL, but I don't buy that for a minute. I would be very surprised if we didn't see a bunch of play-action on Sunday night, and the Chiefs' defense will need to be ready for it. Now, looking at the Falcons' defense, they've been pretty good so far this year, and their calling card has been their red zone efficiency. They've held opponents without a touchdown on 5 of 7 red zone opportunities so far this year, and it's kept them in games. It helped them win that game against the Eagles on Monday Night Football. They have struggled in some areas, though, notably missed tackles. They have the 4th most missed tackles of any team in the NFL, and teams have found a way to run the football on them. They've allowed 323 rushing yards so far this year, the 6th most in the NFL, and in those games, running back Saquon Barkley for the Eagles and running back Najee Harris for the Steelers combined for 12 broken tackles, so something to watch here in this one. Now, on the other side, looking at the Chiefs' defense, what a start for cornerback Trent McDuffie here through a couple weeks. He's been on the field for 100 coverage snaps to this point, the most of any corner in the NFL, and on those snaps, he's been targeted a grand total of 7 times. He's allowed 3 catches for a whopping 26 yards. He's been outstanding, maybe the best corner right now in the NFL. And he's a big part of a defense that's been terrific, really, over the last 2 seasons. In fact, the streak lives. The Chiefs held Cincinnati to just 25 points on Sunday, marking their 23rd consecutive game in which the opponent scored fewer than 28 points. That's the longest streak for any team in the NFL since 2009, and only 3 streaks have been longer since 2000. In fact, Coach Reid's Eagles from 2000 to 2002 had the longest streak in that time with 34 straight games. We'll wrap up with a potential record Patrick Mahomes could break on Sunday, and it's a big one. Patrick won his 76th career game as a starting quarterback last week against the Bengals, tying Tom Brady and Roger Staubach for the most quarterback victories through 100 career starts in NFL history. And Patrick's only started 98 career games. So, with a win on Sunday night, he'd pass Brady and Staubach for the most quarterback victories ever through 100 career starts. It all makes for what should be an exciting night in primetime on Sunday as the Chiefs aim to go 3-0 to start the year.